What is up, guys? Welcome back to Late to the Party, where we, the six of us, 3 millennials and 3 baby boomers.
Oh,
Baby boomers.
boomers.
I'm messing.
Of yours, Isaac.
3 Gen Xers.
Kyle.
My mom is a boomer.
I have.
Thanks for that. My mom.
Okay, I'm sorry. Back to the seriousness of the killer clowns from outer space.
So
This
serious.
movie is a 75% Rotten Tomatoes score with a
What?
59% of audience score.
Oh, okay, that's better.
Directed by Stefan Chido or Chido. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. This movie is your definite 1980s slapstick, just dumb horror is all I could think of. I want to get right into it, starting with Nate the Great.
Oh man, this was tough. This was like if I had binge watched Gilligan's Island and shitty horror movies, and then took a whole bunch of NyQuil and fell asleep and had a bad dream. That's this movie. Like, in a nutshell, it was so rough. I even watched it 2 times because I'm anticipating like the question, what do I like about it? I'm like, I gotta find something that I could say that I like about it. And I want to say that the music was okay. Yeah, I give the music a solid C, but it was rough, man. What was my comment? The story's horrible, the acting's bad, but at least the director sucked. Like, it was rough. It was rough.
Very nice. Let's go to the Scots.
Oh my god, I love this movie so much. This is the kind of movie that my dad and I would sit and watch all the time. I'm the kid that he calls up when that really bad, like, late night horror's on. Liz, come over. We gotta watch this because your brother and sister won't do it. You gotta come watch it with me. He's the one that, it's a sci-fi week of, monster whatever. You gotta come over every night and watch it. It's like this. I'm surprised I've never seen this movie, honestly, with the amount of Greg that I've watched my entire life. But when I was watching it, I have to admit, at first when I was watching it, I was bored out of my mind. And I could have just been because we were tired when we were watching it. But then the more, after the movie was done, the more I was thinking about it, I was like, oh, that was pretty funny. That was pretty funny too. Oh my God, that was pretty good. Hey, I really like this movie. So yeah, after actually thinking about it, I love this movie. I will watch this movie again, no problem.
Awesome.
No, this was rough. When I watched Metropolis, I had to stop halfway through because I was falling asleep because I had been up for a long time and it was a long day and I was exhausted. But I had this intense desire the next day to pick up where I left off. So this movie, by the time the 3rd act starts, when all the action begins, when finally the plot is resolving itself and the protagonists have to win the day, the most exciting part of the movie, I was nodding off hard. And I had no desire really to wake up and to try to pick up where I left off. I only caught bits and pieces of the last 15 minutes of the film.
I had to shake them awake.
And I'm really not bothered by that at all.
You're sleeping on the couch tonight, pal.
That's a fair trade.
Let's take it to Jose.
It's funny. Liz brings up watching it with her dad because I actually watched it with my daughter. I told her, "Hey, you want to see something bad?" And I don't know. I guess maybe watching it with her kind of changed my feelings about it. I mean, the story was crap, but what I will say that I was really impressed by, and I was just like, you know what, this is actually pretty. This is kick ass. Was the suits. That it was all the practical effects and everything they did. But those suits, man, they were so dope. Like the rubber suits that they put on all those actors, To think about this coming out, it was in '88.
Yeah.
That was the year I was born, you know, and that was a whiles back. So I don't know. I thought they did a great job with that. I personally like the little corny practical effects, like the whole swinging of the pie and it becoming like this acid bath for the security guard. And I don't know. I think it knew what it was. They knew it wasn't trying to be anything more than, you know what, we're gonna. I think the director was saying, hey, let's make a really cruddy movie, and let's just see where we can go with it. And I don't know.
Success.
I think, yeah. And they did it. But yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of, you know, I thought it, you know, it obviously sucked, but from a technical standpoint, like when you look at their like the costumes and what they did, I thought they did a pretty good job on that.
Nice. Let's take it on over to Lego.
This movie was awesome, guys. It was so good. Like,
Over there and see Lego.
it's good satire, man. It's funny. It's fucking funny. It's very funny. It, like, perfect scene. You get this whole buildup of the girl in the shower, right? Like, it looks like she's gonna like take her top off, and it's like it's gonna be a hot, steamy scene. They cut away, then they go back to the shower, and it's like, oh, what's gonna psycho scene? Nope. Come back to it. We'll get to it. She gets out of the shower in like 4 layers in a sweater.
Yeah.
Like, that's perfect. It's so good. Who gets out of the shower wearing a sweater? That's fucking funny. This movie's good.
Oh.
I got the opposite feeling from that one. I was like, this is horrible, but maybe I'll get some boobies here.
It's a
No.
13. No, you were gonna get food. You got that girl in the lingerie when the clown was delivering pizza. That was the closest you got to sexy in there.
Right. That's the closest you got.
Other than that, I love the cocoons, the cotton candy cocoons. Those were cool, and the popcorn gun that had little popcorn stuck to them, and they were like little. What were they, like little aliens?
Yeah, they were little mini clown monsters.
Yeah, those were pretty clever.
Yeah.
So, Nate, could this movie be made today?
Oh man, like, I mean, there's lots of people on drugs still. I mean, the world has no shortage of crackheads, and heroin's making a comeback, you know, in the suburbs like crazy. So I mean, you know, I don't know, man. Why did they put everybody else in cotton candy, but put the girl in the yellow ball?
That's
Like,
the one
what's
question I
the
had.
point?
That's a fair question.
And what was up with the clown sticking his hand up the cop's ass and making him into a ventriloquist puppet? I don't know, man. I think that there were some dudes. It was like a bunch of dudes like Nick Vargas who make movies like that, and they're like, what can we do to make the shittiest movie we possibly can? Ooh, let's put our hand up a cop's ass, but let's do it for real. Like, I wonder if they were smelling their fingers after they shot that scene. I don't know.
The extra mile.
I don't think normal people would watch it today. Hey, you know what? I've been having fun not hosting this and being able to be the asshole and not have to keep it on the rails. It's been cool.
Yeah, we enjoy it too.
Yeah, I enjoy hearing you unleash your inner.
Thanks.
Hey, but Nate, were you aware that was actually the plot twist for a recent Universal movie, where it was that the girl, I think it was one of the part of the Conjuring universe, she was actually controlling the dad in the wheelchair. Like
I
she was
don't know.
literally, I forgot what that movie was called. I think it was like Dead Silence or something like that. It was recent,
How recently is it?
like
recent?
maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
Huh, I need to look into that.
Yeah. That was literally their
the
plot twist, that the dad was dead the whole time, and the girl was a former ventriloquist, and she was controlling the dad to talk like that. That was the twist, and they thought it was like a killer dummy.
That's cool.
The travesty is that was the
I
most
do want to
famous
state one
actor in
time for
that
the
film.
record.
True.
It was.
I do want to state for the record that I didn't vote for this movie. You guys all picked it before I had my shot. I was going to try to get a
I didn't vote
tiebreaker.
for it either, bro.
And
I didn't vote for it
Fright
either.
Night. Fright Night. I would have picked Fright Night. Fright Night's good. It's an 80s horror movie. It's still good. There's lots of them. Like Hellraiser was like the greatest movie of all time compared to this movie. Like, man, oh, painful. Liz, you're
But
the last one. You're the caboose of our. You're the caboose of our hosting before it rolls back to me again. So you got to do something to exercise these demons. I need my palate cleansed because it's just been horrible.
Liz, what was your favorite part of this movie?
it's funny you should mention that because while we were watching the movie, I think our favorite part came up, and the two of us looked at each other. We're all, "Damn's our favorite part of the movie." It's like we didn't.
Dude, it was a desperate like stretch to try and find something.
I
Let me
think
tell
it's
you.
gonna be the same for both of us.
Yeah.
So the shadow puppet scene where he's doing the shadow puppets on the wall and stuff. But the best part of that was when he does Washington Crossing the Delaware. And Josh and I are like, "Dibs, this is it." So that right there was, I think initially after that point was like my favorite part of the whole movie. Like that was just too funny because you just have these old people on the bus. They're like, "Oh, it's just so great," and like it was just. And then the Tyrannosaurus Rex just eating them, and the guys are just like, "Oh!" and they get all freaked out. Yeah, that's the best part for me, anyway. Yeah.
No, it definitely is the best part, but that's because it appealed to my like sense for wanting to watch another movie, like I don't know, The Patriot or something. Anything to like just take this away. It is a rough movie.
Nice. Jose, what was your favorite part?
I already mentioned it. It was when they pull up in the little clown car and the security guards walking on the boardwalk, and they all just roll out and they start getting all those clowns out of there. And they all pull out a pie, and the security guard, "What are you gonna do with those pies, boys?" And they just let them have it, and it's just like, okay, like they just it was overkill. But at the end, you realize it's actually like an acid bath for him. And then at the end, that little short clown just comes up and just puts the cherry on the top as they walk inside. I'm just like, dude, really?
That was good.
I don't know why. That was like that actually had me cracking up. Like, what are you gonna do with those pies, boys? Like soundbite. Get that, cut it, edit it in here somehow.
Lego, what was your favorite part?
Oh man, it was the same as Jose's. 100%. I was laughing out loud at that part. I've watched that on YouTube like 6 times since the movie. I loved that scene, man. What are you gonna do with those pies, boys? Dude, that's a perfect soundbite. That needs to be on some lo-fi remix. Like, let's get some music. That's
I'm gonna
too
make it
good.
my ringtone.
My
Whenever you
favorite,
chuckleheads call me, and that's what it's gonna be now.
nice.
It's gonna be that sound bite is gonna be you guys.
My favorite scene had to be the little clown on his bike, and then the biker asks him to let him borrow his bike.
Oh,
That was funny.
Too.
That was funny.
I think that was by far the best part of the movie, is him asking to borrow that bike, and then he destroys the bike, and he's like, "What are you gonna do? Knock my head off?" Straight. Bah. Typical 80s jerk that they show up, and he's a biker, and he doesn't even look scary. He's just a dick. It was good. All right, Nate, what was the worst part of this movie?
Oh, the worst part was when I had to anticipate what would you like and what would you not like. And I actually put it on in my car while I was driving, and I tried to listen to it while I was driving just to get some kind of an inspiration to answer questions like this, but I couldn't, and I actually sat through it twice. That was the worst part of the movie, was sitting through it twice, trying to find something. Twice.
All right, I'm gonna go with the popcorn buckets, starting with the Scots. How many popcorn buckets?
We didn't say what the worst part was.
I just wanted to hear Nate's worst part, and where do you go from there?
I think these new movies, like when we pick movies like this becomes Nate's like we're his like doctors, and he's on the couch and he's just venting his aggression for everything that's happened to him for the week. I'm just gonna take it all out on this movie, whatever movie we pick.
I have a great life and great times. I even had a lot of fun editing the last one we did. Metropolis, I had so much fun putting the video together for Metropolis, making it black and white and doing all the effects on it and whatnot. It was a blast. So I guess this is kind of therapeutic for me. I do have fun doing these things.
Therapy. Okay, popcorn buckets. I'm gonna give it an 8.
Nice.
I like this one a lot. I do. This is the kind of stuff that I mean, okay, yeah, the acting wasn't great, but I mean, the story, if you gave this like movie to like a modern director, I think it would be able to be fleshed out a little bit. But I mean, the costumes were great. Like, they weren't scary, but they were still kind of like creepy, and a little bit bump in the special effects. But I mean, it is what it is. And when you just take it for what it is, it's an 8 movie. I mean, it's not supposed to be some like epic, like on a bit, none of that stuff. This is what it was supposed to be, what it was intended to be, and I think it's a good solid 8 for what it is.
Nice. Josh?
This is probably going to be insulting to you millennials, but
That's baby boomers.
Okay, so when I'm watching this movie, you got the interior of the circus tent spaceship, and I'm thinking to myself, my God, this is like a low-rent version of Saban's Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I was like, oh, we're hitting a new low for late to the party. The scene with the old man and his dog, and just like the god awful acting that's taking place, and I don't think I can justify anything more than a 2 for this. I just can't. There's no real redeeming quality. Even my favorite scene is just a throwaway. It's not. I mean, there were parts that made me laugh, but not enough. I don't ever want to watch this again.
Jose?
I want to give it a C. C minus. So we'll go with the 7. Just because we're not doing points.
7's not a C minus.
What's a C minus then? A 6?
A 5. A 5?
A 4 or a 5
is a C. A C minus is like a 4.
No, a 5 would be an F, dude.
I was gonna say 50%.
No, but that's if you're doing it like on a school grading scale where 7 is a C. But I mean,
isn't that what the letter grades are? Is a school grading scale?
But that's if you do it with a letter grade.
I think we should do the popcorn buckets 1 to 20 then.
Well, here's food for thought with that. Think about other movies you gave scores to. If you gave another movie a score that's lower than this, then you're saying that this movie is better than that movie.
It made me laugh. And what are you gonna do with those pies, boys? That's what it is. I'll go with the 5. If that's what a C is, I'll go with the 5.
Lego.
Let me guess.
Okay. You know what, Nate? I'm gonna take what you said into consideration. you know, I hear what you're saying. 10s are reserved for, you know, 10 movies. I got you. I was watching this. I laughed a lot. I really did. The music kicked ass in like the worst way. The acting, every line was like a soundbite. Every line could be like in something. It's so funny. And like, I don't know.
Before you finish Lego, I'm sorry. As I'm saying these messages to everybody, I love that you're like you are. My only concern is that everybody's getting infected by it. So be you, Lego. Be you. I just don't want everybody to give a 10 to every movie. That's my only thing. It's just like, if it's a 10, it's got to be better than the 9 you gave to the other movie. And I'm probably going to go back through here, compile something, and have it be like, do you really think that Killer Clowns was better than Titanic? Because your score, you know what I mean? Like, we're going to have one of those blooper reels I might be trying to put together for you guys down the road. So just keep that in mind. But Lego, you got to be Lego, man. Don't take too many punches from me.
I would never want to influence anyone else on here. That would just break my heart if I converted you all into loving 10 giving people.
Shut up, hippie.
All that being said, this movie kicked ass. It's a 10 out of 10. It nailed it.
Lego, your system is completely invalidated. This is not on the same level as Metropolis, bro. It's not.
It's not, and it didn't ever set out to be. It never intended to be Metropolis. This was a funny movie. The people making it were having fun, and like it wasn't supposed to be class structure and warfare. It wasn't an epic like Lord of the Rings. It was people having fun, and that's what it was.
I don't think they were having fun. It looked like it was a chore for all of them.
But those two brothers in the ice cream
Dude,
truck.
I know.
No,
I want to see the sequel, and they come back with their ice cream truck.
no.
And then that big old giant clown at the end, the boss.
Oh, right. It was like a
There was
Doom
that
video
clown?
game.
Yeah, it was the
You know,
one that
I
married
almost
that
thought-
guy that came
Right.
and picked up the. Oh, you fell
I
asleep.
was
during the part.
loosely paying attention when the big clown came, and
Too
I
false.
thought there could have been a cool part because I thought all the little clowns formed together to be like one big Voltron clown. But then I
Yeah, that would've
rewound
been
it and I
cool.
realized that he just came from nowhere. So I was like, man, if that would have been a Voltron clown, you would have got me with the best part of the movie. That would have been my thing if they formed Voltron, but no Voltron.
I like the part. I like the fact that the way you destroy them is you shoot them in the nose. I was like, I was even telling Josh. I said, "How are they gonna defeat me? They just keep coming back." I go, "Watch, they're gonna like bop him in the nose or something." And then, sure enough, like 2 scenes later, it happens. I was like, "Ooh, yay! I'm smart."
Nice. Well, there you have it, folks. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Nate loved
You
it.
didn't ask me how many buckets, Isaac.
I forgot. How many buckets, Nate?
Well, see, here's the thing that I like that I've been going last because I can try to save the curve on these movies, and I'm doing the math on all your guys' scores as they happen, and it's got to be 0 buckets for this one. I gotta turn Legos 10 into a 5.
It's a revenge score.
I have to keep the equilibrium.
I knew you were going to do a 0. That's why I wasn't going to ask.
That's cheating.
Okay, guys. That was a Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Liz, you're picking the next genre of movies, so I'm going to pass it on to you.
Well, I only have one like category. What did I call? I don't even remember what I called it. I called it.
Hey, Isaac, 1 second, time out. Isaac, did you score it?
I didn't.
Youthful.
Wait.
I need it for the curve so I can rate
Okay.
these movies that do the reward thing.
All right. I'm going to score it also a 5.
Okay. Awesome.
Like,
No further
they
comment.
just accept it.
I'm scored at a 5. I've seen this movie before, and it was bad the first time around. I saw it again, and I was like, wow, this is bad. But you know what? It's got its appeal. It's got its funny spots. The kids were like, what the heck is this? My kid didn't care for this movie one bit. And I try to get them both
Man,
to watch.
Dave loves this movie. It's gonna break his heart when he hears my review. He has killer clown tattoos.
Yes, he
Oh,
does.
Oh my
Does it?
god,
Does he really?
Yeah,
he does.
yeah, he does.
I didn't think I could lose more respect for him.
Yeah, wow.
No offense, Tiger Man.
Okay,
Wow.
cited it off again. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Liz, what's the picks?
All right, so I only picked three movies. We're just going with I think I was like Youthful Adventures. Is that what I picked?
You're trying to make it too fast.
Yeah, I am. Okay, so the 3 movies are going to be Explorers, with Monster Squad, or Goonies.
Goonies never say die.
I'm gonna say Monster Squad because I've never seen Monster Squad.
What? That's such a good movie. I like Monster Squad. All right, so one for Monster Squad.
I've never watched Goonies, so I'll vote for Goonies.
What?
What?
You're
Welcome
not
to America, my friend.
You're not the only person we know that hasn't seen Goonies, so.
There's a lot
It
of
was-
people that haven't seen it.
It was on Telemundo once, but it was in SAP, and I didn't care for it. The voice acting, the voiceovers weren't getting my attention, and they called it Los Goonies, and it was more like, yeah, no. I was like, I'll wait till I learn how to speak English before I watch it.
All right.
And sure enough, 6 months later, I learned English, but I never got around to watching Goonies. So.
Never with that.
Well, to give Jose that chance, I'm gonna vote for Goonies.
Yay.
Okay.
Noise.
So Lego.
Goonies, baby.
Looks like it's Goonies.
What are you looking at me for?
Because I just want to see what you were gonna vote. Every man gets a vote, honey.
Everybody
Your
gets a
vote. Your vote counts.
I don't know. I'm still reeling from Killer Clowns. You know what? I would probably go for Monster Squad, but that's not going to be enough to hinge it. So
Goonies it is.
Where's
So we will be doing Late to the Party Goonies edition.
Where's
Yay.
Goonies at?
Goonies is on, I think it's on Amazon, Hulu.
Okay.
You know, I mean, those are, I think they have with subscription, but I can give you my subscription stuff if you don't have to either of those. Plus, we also have it on these little round silver disc things called DVDs and Blu-ray. If you guys need to borrow those.
I remember the
DVDs
dibs.
nuts too.
I remember the divots.
The divots, yeah. So we have the ways to make you watch them.
All right.
And you can watch it in different languages too, Jose. You could go back to watching it in, your native tongue, apparently.
No, I got Hulu. It's my sister's.
Oh, okay.
Oiga, hombres.
All right. I'm actually
So,
really excited.
Goonies, next week will be Goonies. Tweet.
Yay! That's gonna be fun. Cleanse my
Okay.
palate on that one.
This was
And then I'm coming back with a vengeance.
this
My
was
challenge is I'm gonna try. I got a whole week now. I gotta try to come up with something that Lego won't like.
Now it's
Go
gone
for
to
it, bud.
revenge movies. It's not
There's
just
only
like-
one choice.
Hey,
Only
man,
one-
don't
we're
throw the
watching
rest of
Iron
us
Man
under the
Yeah,
bus,
man.
okay? Come on.
Iron Man 3.
Oh, no!
Actually,
He's coming-
That one out.
not that
He's
bad.
come around, dude. He's come around to Iron Man 3.
Oh, that's what the worst of all movies. Ugh.
That one was pretty rough. When it came out, I was really mad.
Yeah,
Me too.
so mad at the theater. It was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Well, for Late to the Party, I'm Isaac.
Nate the Great.
I'm Jason.
I'm Jose.
Liz.
And Josh.
Great Scots. We're out.